All right, real quick, we got a another Razor MX 650. This one is not as new as the MX 350. It's got some rust spots, as you can see. The tires are still good. Hold air. Got the, it's stock. It's bone stock. I think the batteries are done for. The brakes are just, they're just shot, and you wouldn't want to keep these anymore either. I'll have to open this up and go from there, but we're going to be upgrading it. This is going to just be a 48 volt upgrade, but it's going to be an Electro and Co 48 volt version, and that way it leaves it open to become a 72 volt in the future. He's going to be doing some different things with it. I know the seat's going to be like majorly different. I don't know how he wants it done. I'm doing whatever he wants done, I'll do. And go from there. I am going to be doing a little scooter also, and then I'm going to be doing a SX also, which is going to be having a extended swing arm. But all right, let me get this done, and then we'll go from there. All right, we're going to start off with just popping the chain guard off, and then we'll take the motor out. Chain guard is just a Phillips here, and a Phillips screwdriver there. So just two for this one. Usually there's one more piece that goes here. That's another like 2 or 3, but this one didn't have it. I'm just gonna go straight to taking the motor off even with the chain on. Okay. There we go. Good. Wow, yeah, this chain is done for. Anyway, so we got the motor out. All right, we're gonna take these plastics out. Look how rusted that is. We're definitely gonna have to replace some of this hardware. Hopefully I don't strip. Okay. I had to manually get these screws out because they're so rusted. I did not want to bust the, strip them out. So it's just a 10 millimeter nut on that side and a 5 millimeter hex on the other, hex driver. And so I just took those two out. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws out real quick, and that'll pop this plastic. This is a 3 millimeter on this one. I'm gonna take these top 2 screws off. Okay, took that one off. Take this one off. I'm gonna take the washer and the. This one does not have a nut on the bottom, so it's easier to get to, easier to take off. Keep the nut and the washer together like that. Take off the plastic. I'm gonna put this plastic aside. 3 millimeter just to take this gas tank all the way off. We don't have all the parts yet, so I'm up here with these screws. And that clears everything off. Plastics wise, meaning top plastic wise, I'm gonna take this off next. I'm gonna cut these zips. Boom, 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 boom. All right, zips cut. Now we'll go to we're gonna be taking brakes off and putting new zooms on right away anyway. But let's just keep getting this thing tore down. All right, so as you guys saw, we got it basically done this, and I forgot, I mentioned that this is a little rusty and that it's getting a new swing. This one is not getting a new swing. Yep, we got a 4 millimeter there. We got a 4 millimeter right here. Start with this top one. All right, so we got that the 2 plastic fenders off. Pain in the ass, but we got it off. We started disconnecting. We had to take the plastic all the way off. We got to disconnect a few more things like the motor wire, the throttle and the brake, and we'll disconnect all 3 of that, everything. and then we'll do the unscrew. I might as well just do it now since I got y'all on camera right now. And we'll take this top battery off first. 4mm. Perfect. That was this nut from the plastics. Okay, it takes that yellow fender out. And it takes the top battery out. One of these 12 volts. I do have to disconnect. I am bleeding. Oops. I do need to disconnect the controller, which is also a 4mm. Okay. Another 4mm on the other side. Okay, good. And I still have to disconnect this. So we'll do that. Okay, brake. Front and rear, and then throttle. Okay, takes the controller out. That garbage. The bottom two 12 volts has a 4mm over there, and a 4mm over there. The best way to do it, I was able to get my gun in, I think, over there. I'm just gonna use an Allen, a wrench, socket wrench. There we go. Yeah, that'll come out easy. So get all that wrong. Okay, this screw is fine. He is going to be putting a new shock, a new rear shock in there. I believe the 48 volt battery he's putting in will fit in there, and the controller will fit on the top. Let's take these grips off. Just a quick little. Back and forth like this. Good. The other ones are by screw. The brakes are coming off too, as I said. Put a 5mm on and take the brakes off, brake levers. And we're also going to loosen the throttle, which would be either a red or a green, which is either 3 or a 2.5. A 3. There it goes. Just loosening it. We don't have to take it all the way off. That's enough to pull off. You get the point. Slide this off. This off. Everything seems to be jammed up. That off. Everything out of here. It is throttle, the brakes, and this caliper, which will have to be taken apart at the caliper. It's not a 5, it's a 4, just to make it to where it's a 5. To make it to where that string or brake would have been easier to do it in the when it's screwed in. There it goes. Okay, and you're gonna just enough to free that up. And for the front too. Okay, here we go. Boop. There's that. Just enough to loosen it. Pull through. And it's out. So the brakes are done, everything's out. We do have to take the caliper itself off. 5mm also. Just loosen them first. And we're going to be taking the front tire off, but after we're going to do the back tire first, because I'm going to be setting this up first. Brakes right away. Battery fitment, 48 volt 20Ah Eon Lithium battery. It is 13S 4P. 13S, y'all. So that's where the battery's going. He's taking my old battery. He ordered the controller. I'll get my old charger for that. Put some. He's just gonna get zoom brakes on this one. His will get the real brakes that I got on mine. Putting the zoom brakes on this one. All right, there you go. Doors off, and we're gonna put this guy in its place. Let me show you what I'm doing with the seat. I drilled 2 holes here into here. I'm going to be putting these on here, I think. I don't know exactly what I'm doing there, but what I did here is drilled these holes instead of using the bracket they give. And it is going to go on just like that. Okay. And then these 2 screws here with nuts. They got 2 nuts down there. Grab 2 nuts. Screw those in place like that. Once that's screwed in place, I'm thinking that these like that will go on the inside of the lip like that, and then this will come into play. Will come into place into right there, and 2 nuts will go on there with red Loctite. Boom, you got your whole front. Will be solid on the seat. Stoked about that. That is solid. And now I know what to do for the next build too. All right, so what we did is we did 2 zip ties. There's 2 holes here, 1 on each side, right? And I did that just those 2 originally, but we were getting some movement. So what I did is took 2 other monster zip ties and squeezed them, and it made it to where there was no movement at all. And you saw what I did on the front. It's pretty dope, man. Get a run video up after this clip. After these couple clips. But pretty dope. But you're running the exact system, the My 1020 Plus motor with the heatsink, the 48 volt 28H battery, 150 amp BMS, and then my Kelly KVD controller, 200 amp controller. That's what I was running when I first started until I got my 72 volt battery. So you do have an option to upgrade them to 72 volts eventually. And all you'll have to do is cut this here. And I have what we need to do that, and cut here as high as you want or as low as you want just to fit it. Take that tray out, put the bigger battery in, do a little tune to the controller from right there. It costs about $55. I have one though, so that's why I didn't tell you to buy one. And tune it up, and he'll be on 72 volts. Dope. I will be doing the zip tie thing on the battery, even though it really doesn't need it, and probably a zip tie thing on the controller, just one. And probably doesn't need it, but we will, and we'll get the wires hugging with a zip tie. To be dead honest with you guys, other than the fast scooters kits, because those are like budget, I mean, you can get those kits for pretty low. But you're not gonna get the smooth torque that you're gonna get from one of these. But with this 48 volt 28H battery, 33%, the seat move back, which is the weight move back, it's awesome. It's gold. It's freaking gold. So this is, I would recommend something like this for those people. I mean, I'm wheeling on it, man, which is crazy. Doing wheelies on 1580 on 48 on a 48 volt 28H battery, Kelly KVD at 33%, which is the Surronster kit, unless they've changed that. One of these, he's actually gonna put this same bag on his too. Just awesome, man. If I haven't said it, he is waiting on the rear shock, and that's what we're waiting on something else. well too. Might as well go all the way around. Either 35.9. It's 1580, 48 volt 28H battery. Kelly KBD is tuned to 33%. That's how it came. Go all the way around. Coming around. Yeah, so the front fork, man, is pretty worked in. How old he said his son was. I think he said he was 10. He's got triplet girls that are 8, and he's got a 10-year-old boy. So this one's for him. And then his will be that SX that you got. I've been on 3 full throttle the whole way, basically. right there. Just try just a quick torque real quick for test, just from like a 5 point. Oh yeah, so you can wheelie on this, dude, even with a 15 because of going further back. Look, check this out. So just to let you know, just to let you know, this is only 48 volts. Damn. So if you're not going at least 10, even 10, it'll wheelie at 10, this is unbelievable. I didn't know this. Meaning, like, I guess I wasn't even doing wheelies at, you know, when I had this battery yet, like that. So let's keep checking. Battery's gold. Look at that, still at 50. That's gold. Anyway, so you gotta let your son know that. Maybe he drives it on 1 for a little bit. Get used to it and take it to 2 and he gets a little older, take it to 3 when he gets a little older than that. Haha, that's awesome, dude. 48 volts, max speed is still 35.9, which is basically 36. Nice. Yeah, we'll wheelie, bro. That, which is pretty crazy. It's because of the seat, having the seat further back. So once you get to 12 or 13, it won't wheelie anymore. So, and it's all by feel, and it's if you gun it, of course. Like, you got it to wheelie on this, you're gonna have to gun it, and then find that happy place, that throttle curve. Okay. Probably turn around and do a couple more wheelies. So solid for them, dude. And as you can see, we'll go down to 1. Here's 1. See, you are not, I mean, unless you pull up and yank it and are sitting way back. 2, you are going to be able to wheelie. I know that. And yeah, see, if you can wheelie on 3, you can wheelie on 2. It gets more top end with 3. 2. Alright, let's go to 3 and let's go to this flat spot here. Brake test. There you go, that's why you need the brakes. Your good brakes. Alright, here we go. So yeah, obviously these wires are going to be tucked in too here. So just a little wheelie test. A little wheelie test. Little wheelie test. Just a little wheelie test. Go back down. I'm actually shocked, dude. I'm shocked. Let me get flat in that straighter. Stop a little bit more. Yeah. You don't have as much power, so any no covering up for any mistakes. All right, cool, man. I'd say this thing's solid, dude. Straight up, this thing is solid. I'll just tighten up all these wires, but I mean, as you can see, it freaking looks really cool too. Suspension is actually really good for still being stock. It's probably the best stock suspension I've ever felt. Straight up. He's got these things dialed in. I know he's not getting forks for this. He's just doing the rear shock. So yeah, definitely you still need to know that it does that on 3 if you got it. I might be subconsciously pulling back a little bit too. Yeah, lifting up slightly. What the hell, man? 48 volts. I'm stoked about that, man. Stoked about it. We at still at 49.8. Average on this was 21.8, 35.6 for that. This one's 35.9. We'll have to snap a picture of this. Just went 6 miles and still at 50.